Hi there Booktube, it's Eleanor here, and today we're going to be smashing my Bookopoly jar and finding out how much is in here. Now, I did owe my Bookopoly jar £150, and that is because I didn't have the money and I kept forgetting to go to the bank to put it in. But as many of you have rightly pointed out, every book haul I've done since August, I probably owe the jar way more money than that in terms of taking it out. So I'm not going to put that in. So I am going to find out whatever is in here, and that is going to be my total for the year. So let's try it out. Let's smash the jar. Okay, so it comes to a grand total of £173. That's how much I've put in my Bookopoly jar this year, and that Bookopoly has helped me to save. Not as much as I was hoping, but then I did only end up doing about 7 months, I think, properly. So I'm really pretty pleased with this still. I'm going to talk to Janet. I think I'm going up to visit Janet in February next year, so I'm going to save this money and use it for when I go up there, and maybe use it for a little bit of book shopping. But I am doing a special challenge next year, not quite the same way, but you'll find out a bit more about that in my plans for 2019 video. But I may reinvest this in the in that and do it for another year, because this money is sort of money that I haven't got now anyway, because I've been saving it away. So maybe I will get a new jar and this will go into that jar and add on to next year. I haven't decided. But I'm pretty pleased with how Bookopoly went. It was a really interesting challenge. I really enjoyed the fun aspect of it. I think there was things that I would probably change now. I think I struggled with the sort of genres. I found that I was reading way more of one genre, and it didn't really deter me by putting different categories in there. And so the YA category was what I was reading quite a lot of, especially at the beginning of the year. And so I'd got a hotel on all of them, and then I was just kept reading them and getting sort of minimal amounts for it. And then obviously I found it very difficult later in the year. My book buying started to creep in, and that's where I struggled a bit. So I am looking at that for next year, and I think it's going to be a lot less sort of prescriptive for my next year's challenge. But I would say Bookopoly has been a semi-success. I've definitely gained myself some cash which would have gone on books otherwise, and I think my shelves are no better or worse off, which is good, because last year or the year before for sure I would have had more books on my shelf than I started with. I don't count my books because quite frankly that will probably scare me, but I definitely feel like this year I have managed to maintain quite a nice balance, and I feel like I've probably got the same amount as I started with, which is fine for me. So we'll see what next year brings, but yeah, not too shabby, and I'll let you know what I decide to do with my Bookopoly money. That's it from me. Bye for now, Booktube.